I can't hear. I can't hear the music.
You started the music on your
Yeah.
side?
Yeah, it was on. It was on.
How do you know what prizes?
No music?
Have we told prize people to go to the front?
Karen sent messages.
It's fine. It's fine.
Have we told them to go to the front?
No.
Then how would we then know?
Karen has been sending text messages,
Yeah,
but I don't know what's in the text messages. Hopefully you told him to send it from.
Okay. So.
No.
How we told the winners to go to the front of the set?
Why? Oh, actually, wait. Hang on. I need the audio. Yes. So wait. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is good. That is no. That is perfect. Just reset another person. Awesome. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the closing ceremony. It's been a really, really exciting weekend here. Thank you so much for everybody who's been competing. I know everybody's kind of looking forward to hear the prizes and the winners. The DevPose gallery is now live. You can go online and see all the prizes. If you sort of want to follow along with the presentations, you can go and have a look at the gallery. We'll be demoing a lot now, so be prepared to bring your laptop here, connect it, and so on. Let's get going. So in terms of the judging, the kind of three main pillars of what we took into account is originality, usefulness, and the level of the technical challenge. The finalists I'm going to call on stage. I'm going to have 2 minutes, and I'm afraid this is a hard deadline, so I'm going to have a timer here, and at 2 minutes, you're going to have to stop. 2 things before you present. Lower your laptop refresh rate to less than 60 hertz if you have... Done. Lower your laptop refresh rate to less than 60 hertz if you have such laptops. Make sure your laptop is charged. We have plenty of previous incidents like that. So let's get going with the Doxo categories first. The first educational hack finalist, Quarter Lecture. Please come on stage to demo.
In theory. Okay. Can you see that? Yes, okay. There we go, we're on.
Okay, so our project is basically to enable students to extract data from their lectures that are pre-recorded. And we're a group of first years which really struggled with finding efficient ways to find answers to questions that we had about lectures that we had taken maybe a few weeks ago, or lectures that we hadn't attended before. So the way we tackled this is using natural language processing. So the idea is a student can enter a question like, you know, what is a monad? And you can just enter that. And you know, it takes a bit of time because it's natural language processing. It's using word embeddings to find similar questions that have been asked in actual lectures on Panopto before, using the Panopto transcripts that we have scraped. And it will show you a list of suggestions of questions that have been asked relating to like monads, this one, for example. You can click it, and it will show you the context of what was said before that, what was said after that in that lecture, as well as a link to Panopto to exactly the timestamp in which it was said. And so you can go straight to the point in which that thing was mentioned, so you can get the answer to your question directly. A few other things is like we have the lecture itself, all the questions that were asked in that lecture, the lecturer that ran that lecture, and all the lectures they've run. So you can go through all of these. We can filter, so based on a given lecture. So let's go with Wayne. So how to make a computer fast. I think let's try that. But it's a hit and miss thing, but we try and suggest some good suggestions that can serve as a starting point for students to get the answer to their question. So for example, very fast memory, how do we find the performance of a computer is a good one. And a few of these won't be relevant, a few of them will be relevant, but it's much easier to go through this platform than to, much easier to do this than to go through the actual lectures yourself, is the idea basically.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. Now we're moving on with the next finalist. I'm going to announce 2 finalists per category, and they're going to demo every time. So the next and last finalist of educational hack is Micheline Duck.
Here. It doesn't fit. Sorry about that. You have mirror mode on? No. Let's use yours. Okay, so our idea was Michelin Duck, and it was inspired by kids spending more time at home with their parents. So it was to encourage children to cook with their parents. And we essentially made a web application where you can search ingredients. And it will come up with a list of recipes. But the recipes have been filtered in a way where it says the type of skills a kid can learn if they chose a certain recipe. Just like tearing things. And then also, there are steps as well for the instructions, and it says whether they're suitable for a child or not. As you can tell, the data isn't that great because we've used data from Kaggle, so pre-processing was a big part of our web application.
And there's a lot we can extend on that. For example, we can add in filters to make sure that the recipes, the utilities that the recipes use actually have, the users actually have. And we can also increase the recipe database by crawling it from other multiple recipe sites. So there's a lot we can do with this. And to make sure that, during the pandemic period where people are at home with more time, they can use our app to learn something new. We think it's gonna benefit a lot of people. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great. Moving on. Best Newcomers Hack finalist, stock tweets.
All right. Okay, so we are stock tweets, and basically the motivation behind our solution was we are well aware that what people tweet or influential people tweet can affect stock price. So for example, back in March 2021, Elon Musk tweeted that you can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. And if we look at the Bitcoin price chart back then, this actually corresponded to like a rather significant increase in the price of Bitcoin. So then we wanted to figure out whether other people, aside other people are, or is there really a correlation between influential people tweeting about certain stocks or certain assets and its impact on price movement? So we actually create a back-end scraper that actually scraped through Twitter to look at various assets, and we're able to do some statistical modeling to help us figure out whether a person is indeed influential or not. So an example we can showcase, where is it? Yes. So for example, we just looked at 2 example stocks, which are Dogecoin and Bitcoin, and our Imperial Coin is just a test dummy for us to use. So if we were to look at like Dogecoin, for example, we can actually see like we have actually scraped through Twitter, and we found like, I can zoom in a little bit maybe. We managed to find like a list of people who are potentially influential, and that they are able to, or the things that they tweet actually resulted in a more than significant change in stock price. We can even view some of the influential tweets that they made. So I clicked on one. If we give it a couple of seconds. Right, we can actually see one such tweet that this person has tweeted in the past. Actually got about 400 likes, another one, and so on and so forth. Right, anything else on this one?
Yeah, so just a quick overview of what we do. In the back end, we scrape Twitter for the keyword Bitcoin in this example, or BTC, and we get over like a large period, let's say from now to 2020, we would get all of the tweets with Bitcoin in it.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's it then. I didn't notice the timer. Notice the timer.
It's good.
Great, thank you so much, Devrush. Let's move on to the next finalist, Magic Wand. Oh, Devrush. Spoiler. Nice. Here you go.
How does this plug in? Okay. Hopefully it won't be on multi-display. Cool. Hi, we are Devrush, and we've come together to solve a pretty simple problem. We want to identify and connect the world's most talented hackathon competitors and connect them with early-stage startups. So what's the problem? Why are we doing this? Well, for students, there's a pretty simple problem. A lot of students have a decent amount of time, but there's a challenge finding those challenging real-world tasks to really build up your portfolio and get some real-world experience, but also to take advantage of the fact you have some flexibility to work, even if you're not doing an internship over the summer, so whilst you're studying, and also wanting to earn some money alongside studies. For startups, they have a pretty big problem that's the opposite side of the coin. They have difficulty hiring flexible workers. It often takes 3 to 6 months to wait for a talented developer to leave their current jobs. And it's hard to get them to leave as well. So finding programmers within your time, within your budget, and also the fact that they're willing to compromise on experience gives us quite a big opportunity. So what can we solve? Well, the hypothesis is that people who are regularly attending hackathons are often talented, motivated young programmers and hunting for interesting projects. And our opportunity is to leverage open data from hackathons around the world to make the most awarded, committed, and talented young programmers accessible to startups for the first time. That's why we've built Devrush, an on-demand resource which empowers startups to spot, hire, and develop the very best young talent. And this is what we've put together. Oh, sorry. Let's try and expand. There we go.
Cool. So this is our software. So before we start, I have to say that we use DevPost. We scraped the DevPost API because it was not public. So we went through every single hackathon, and for each hackathon, we picked every single participant. For that reason, we decided to use only the IC hacks which happened previously. So from 2016 till 2020, that's why you see 682 devs there. Now, currently we are. What? I didn't present anything.
I've ruined this one, spoiler for you. So, magic wand.
When does it start?
Is it working? I'm just worried that it's not working. Okay, cool. Okay,
Is it ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. So, hello. We've always thought it would be so cool to turn any computer screen into a touch screen. So, we have developed a new way of interacting with your computer. We use an advanced machine learning computer vision model to allow users to control their cursor using only their hands. And we have packaged this into a universal app runnable on any platform. So all you need is a webcam. The key features we developed is an advanced smoothing algorithm to make the cursor incredibly smooth, and gesture support to provide additional functionality like scrolling and skipping through videos and songs.
We think that this project mainly has 4 big application categories. For example, if you're in the kitchen and your hands are dirty, you can't exactly interact with your computer. Therefore, you can use your hover hand to provide input. When you're watching movies on the couch, for example, you can't reach for the keyboard. You can lay back on the couch and gesture to the computer for input. When you're playing games, this provides a great way to input. For example, we can play the famous Fruit Ninja game using this method of input. And I think a big advantage of our technology is that it's using only hardware cameras with no additional specialized hardware.
All right. I'll just. All right. All right. Did you troll? Thank you so much. That was a good demo. Okay, let's go to the second Entertainment Hack finalist, Build a Story.
We need audio as well. Sound on? Is sound on? Do you want to sound slideshow or not? Yes, sir.
Is it showing?
Yeah. Wait, can we check audio actually?
Is that audio?
Yeah.
We're plugged in, we're not getting sound though.
Ready?
Oh? Wait, Windows speak. Go to Windows speak.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Duplicate, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's plugged in. Yeah, we can try the USB-C. Oh, could be. Oh.
Okay, now we've just got 2 laptops. Great.
All right, cool. All right. Can we test audio? Is the audio on?
We need the audio for the
We need
demo.
audio for the demos.
try and play something. Yeah, it's not playing. I can't hear anything.
Wait, try the other source.
Oh yeah. Hello? Yeah, cool. Should you just play from...
We can't get the audio.
Can we get audio, please? Any? Try.
I presume it's the HDMI. Is that audio?
Yeah.
Oh, then that's not HDMI. Switch it to the other one. It'll be the Realtek one, yeah.
It's not me. Oh,
There we go.
Oh, there we
Cool.
go.
All right, cool.
Sorry.
That's
Alright,
okay. Yeah. All right, so we noticed the massive lack of online content that was actually engaging young children, and we wanted that engaging content shouldn't just be limited to upper middle class children, it should be available to everyone. And so our mission was to provide engaging content that was also entertaining as well as educational, allowing to develop reading and listening skills, and it was available for children to use independently of having to have maybe a busy family member who can't necessarily always look at what their children are doing. So we're just going to we build a story which creates endless stories for endless imagination. Let's dive straight into a demo. We can sort of give you an idea as to what it does.
Right. So the premise is like, as a child, you could give prompts of what you want your story to be. So let's say we want to have a princess story set in outer space with a dragon as a villain. So then we can start generating our story. And using the magic of deep learning.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful space princess who was kidnapped by an evil dragon. The dragon took her to a far-off planet, where he kept her imprisoned in a dark tower.
So you get the point. It will go ahead and generate you a little story before bed, and they can continue to do that. So you're not limited to these options as well. You can go ahead and write a prompt. So if anyone wants to give me a prompt, if not, I'll do Elon Musk and kangaroos, because that was a fun one.
So this is all using GPT-3 as the language model to generate the stories, and we're using WaveNets for synthesis for text-to-speech.
Elon Musk was driving through the Australian outback when he came across a group of kangaroos. He slowed down to get a better look, and one of the kangaroos...
And the idea is that it's actually engaging children to make their own stories and see what the possibilities are.
Cool. It's just like, do you want anything else?
Thank you so much. Now we're moving on to our third DocSoc category, Keeping London Moving, Best Dev Tool Hack finalist.
No, HDMI. Thanks so much. Look.
I hate this one. That's
Maybe do the feed?
don't know. What?
Go to display. Okay, maybe I should do it. Yeah, it is.
Hello. So.
Oh, hey, Pranav. I've got some issues with my code. Could you help me out?
Yeah.
I don't really understand what you did here.
Yeah, I can definitely help you out, but well, what if, say, we were in a global pandemic and I couldn't be with you and we had to work remotely?
Come on, be realistic. That's never going to happen.
Well, in case it happens, we have, oh hey, in case you have a question for your colleague or you have like a quick question that you want to ask them, you can use, oh hey, a VS Code extension that you can actually download right now in the VS Code App Store. And the way it works is it integrates with WebEx. Say I come across this code and I have, okay, that looks a bit weird. I can just hit Control-M. That shows me that the author of the line is, well, it doesn't show it here because these are uncommitted changes. But if I show you on the line that's already committed, so in here, if I do Control-M, it shows me that the author of the line is Akshat Tripathi. These are my WebEx teams that I'll show you in a minute. I can choose a team. Out of the team, it gets the members. I can send it to the team space or Akshat directly. I'll send it to Akshat and I can set a priority. Let's say medium. Well, let's say it's an error and I send him a message. And on his thing, it actually shows, and well, we can't connect his laptop right now, but it also shows me my own messages as well. So it will look something like this. And you can have different priorities, as you can see. This is a low priority, this is a medium priority, and just to show you on WebEx, say he didn't have his laptop in front of him, it actually sent him a WebEx message with all the context here. So say forget about writing emails with, oh, go to this page, go to this link on this line number. Just use, oh, hey, and you can have it.
Okay, thank you so much for that. This has all been all the finalists for the Docsdoc categories, and now we're going to move on to the sponsor categories. So best use of data, Citadel, private carbons.
Thank you so much. Oh, perfect. You just start already? Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for this amazing couple of days. So what we want to do in our project is we want to bring awareness to the environmental impact of private jets. And if you guys don't think that is an issue, in fact, 1% of all travelers account for roughly 50% of CO2 emissions. That's like first class, business class, and especially private jets. So the project that we proposed and that we actually got working is a Twitter bot who would sort of detect hypocrisy in celebrity tweets. So we would like look at them posting about environmental issues and then replying to that tweet and actually computing how much carbon emissions their private jet travels caused in the last 30 days. And then we'll also give them an option to offset for the CO2 emissions by providing a link and telling them how much trees they would need to plant to make up for that. But enough talking, let's do like a quick demo. So we created like this Twitter profile of like a hypothetical private jet user. And he's gonna tweet about climate change. He thinks it's very concerning. And you gotta wait like a few seconds for our bot to pick it up. All right, so this is like the response of our bot. So hey, at Demo Jet owner, your private jet contributed, etc. But what we don't want to do, we don't want to target individuals. We want to keep it funny and yeah, just funny. So we also attach like a customized meme to it, which includes the tweet text right above and also the pounds of carbon footprint that it left. So yeah, so we keep it all fun and chill. Thanks a lot for your attention. Take care. so much.
Okay, and the second Citadel finalist, Grady.
Hi everyone. So our project is called Ready, and it is motivated by an experience that we had where you try to search for an ingredients list of a new recipe that you're trying to try, but then it gets kind of cumbersome to actually take those ingredients and then convert them into actually things that you buy and then actually cook with. And so we thought of a way that we could automate this process so that it's much quicker, and we actually start trying to make new foods and not just go to Wingstop every day. So let's go with that.
So I will demo it now. So the general idea is we can search for any recipe. Let's search for pasta recipes, and then let's try here this one. So we have a Chrome extension where you go to any recipe page, and then you click Get Shopping List on the recipe page. So it will try and parse the ingredients from the recipe page, and then it will search those ingredients at different shopping websites. We have different crawlers of different websites that we've implemented that get the list and then calculate the total price. And then the idea is that you can choose to buy from a shop that gives you the cheapest price. So that's the general idea. The extension, the Grady is in general quite extensible because our two crawlers are written in Java, and we can add more crawlers, for instance, for Tesco, Sainsbury, to get different pricing. And in terms of the sort of architecture, our extension calls a Go API that parses the HTML page and gets the ingredient list. Then we get the keywords from the ingredients and search them on various websites, get the total price, and return it back to this React page. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, those are the Citadel finalists for the best use of data. We'll be moving on with the Marshall Ways category with the most entrepreneurial hack. So the first finalist is Rhythm Royale.
Let me just, sorry, should I just extend it instead? I think it's, is that fine? I think that's working now. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. Our project is called Rhythm Royale. So over the pandemic, we've seen video games really grow, and we've seen two particular categories grow the most. The first is simplistic games, things like cookie clickers, idle games. Wordle, if some of you are aware of that, recently sold for multi-millions to the New York Times. A really simple game that's extremely shareable and accessible for people who are not just gamers. The other category is mass competition games. If you guys have younger siblings or kids, Fortnite, for example, or Fall Guys, battle royale type games where you can play against lots of people at once and sort of come out on top. We wanted to do something with music, something a little bit fun, so our game is called Rhythm Royale. You join a lobby with players around the world, and every player is shown a rhythm. Or, well, they're not shown it, they're played a rhythm that's automatically generated. Then they have to copy that rhythm back using their spacebar, so they tap out that rhythm again. It's a really simple game. After that, they get a replay of all of the players, and they get to see how everyone else did and who got eliminated, who couldn't mimic the rhythm well enough. And gradually, you whittle down the players until you have one winner. So the way the game works, I'll type in my name here, and I will hear a sound. Hopefully, you'll hear that sound. Ooh. Oh, I haven't plugged in the aux cord. That is a problem with an audio game if you can't really hear it. It's also finding a room. Can you try joining on your... Oh, you did? Okay, that's a bit quiet. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a little rhythm there. And then you have 3 seconds to think about it, and then you have to sort of play it back. So I think it was 3 beats. I might be wrong. And then at the end, well, we don't have much time to show you really the results page, but it's something I can show you locally really quickly. But you can imagine hundreds of players are playing. You can see whether other people got it right or wrong. Matteo, do you want to add anything really quickly? I mean, yeah, it's a fun little battle royale game that you can play with your friends, or for Zoom socials, that kind of thing.
Thank you so much, guys. And the second finalist for the most entrepreneurial hack is .NET.
My battery died, so it might take a bit more. Okay. Oh, that's still low. Okay. Does this work? Cool. So hi everyone, this is .NET. There's quite a lot of things going on, so I'll just go on to the main one. Basically, there's around more than 500,000 startups in UK last year. So a lot of people are actually starting to build a ton of new ideas. People quit jobs in US on a daily basis and want to start their own ideas. So it's like really important for people to now build a lot. So we found it's a really good place to monetize and to actually help people construct their ideas, meet investors, and possibly interact with builders. So we've built an app which helps people see if their idea is original and actually collect more information around it. Basically, you have natural language processing as the main tool where you can actually see similar projects to yours. The colors essentially show you how similar a project is to yours. So basically, we web scrape for information, and we use existing information when you create a form, for example, in the project pitch or with different tags to actually see if something is similar to your idea. We also make sure that not just the same words match. So for example, if you say cryptocurrency and blockchain, they are probably going to be very similar, so you also consider that. With this in mind, so our project, which is basically 3D printing corporation, doesn't really match a lot of the things here. Next, you have a list of builders, which for some reason isn't loading. But essentially, the list of builders essentially shows you people who would be interested in working on an app that is similar to yours. Instead of just showing people that really have some experience in the area, we Also use Similarity to have the most important people first that have the most experience to help build your startup. So it's like really the engineers that really have specific printing skills, which is like Vadim over here. Finally, you have a list of investors, which are also ordered using Similarity searching that we make using NLP. Most money is first.
Okay, the next challenge is Optiva's Market Making Challenge. Because of the way the sign-up works, the names of the teams are going to be just the names of the people participating. I'm going to invite them on stage just to tell us a bit about their trading strategy. So there's going to be no video demos. So the first round of finalists, come on the stage.
We sort of got involved in this category just to sort of have a bit of fun, see what we could do. We looked at different strategies such as arbitrage to sort of generate the most profit quite quickly, but we realized one of the important parts of the project was looking at sort of balancing the portfolio to manage risk. So we looked at many different strategies and market building so we could keep our risk portfolio quite low as we looked for the most profitable trades while going through the market. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Thank you so much. And the next round of finalists for the Market Making Challenge for Optiva. Come on the stage.
So, a high-level overview is like we use arbitrage and also immediate or cancel orders for our strategy, and we need to like weigh the risk when we're engaging in these arbitrage opportunities. So, like when we have high volume, we'll have much more higher risk, and we trade lower volume, we'll obviously have lower risk. So we need to find an element that compensates for the risk that we take.
Yeah, so one of the possible approaches we actually attempted to solve this was by weighting the volume of orders that we made based on the actual market spread that the bid-ask spread that the market provided. We did still try to balance out our order book, our portfolio, so we can keep our strategy delta neutral. But one of the limitations of this approach was that we would often go above the order volume limitation, and some of our positions would be liquidated. So we kind of took a really snakes and ladder approach to optimizing this as much as possible. And through trial and error, we ultimately just pretty much put in a lot of edge cases, depending on what the market was looking like, and hedged our bets in this fashion. And that's what ultimately made us succeed.
Okay, next up is Palantir, so please, ICTV, pause the stream now. So the first finalist for Palantir, our Natural Disaster Information Center. Great. So now we're moving on with the last two demos for Cisco's prize, Solutions for a Hybrid World. There we go. So first finalist for this category, Sign Language Translator for WebEx Meetings. Come on stage.
So we've created a sign language translator using WebEx. We've run a Python like image processor to recognize hand gestures during a call. So just setting one up now with my phone. And here you can see the other end. So out on the screen, you can start to see like hand gestures being recognized in real time with the associated letters either underneath the hand or at the bottom there underneath. Currently, we've just got the alphabet and a few letters and a few simple words implemented, but this has huge potential for growth with the right training data. We can also change the language between both English and Chinese. These are the two we've implemented so far. And we've created this app to bring people together no matter how they communicate.
So for the second round of finalists, this is actually a team which is already a finalist in another category, so we're not going to demo again, but a round of applause again for Coda Lecture. Okay, so let's move on with the prizes. First and foremost, we're going to start with the karaoke. That's been a pretty banging event. Quite a lot of people were singing at 2 a.m., well, who had the energy. We saw many, many impressive acts, but out of all of them, we got the most impressed by Hao and Rahika. Come on stage. Are they here, not here? Okay. Moving on with the meme prize, brought to you by Chicken Media. Please come on.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? I know everyone's tired, but we're going to try and continue with the meme prize on this. So there are a lot of great memes in previous years, and there were some great ones this weekend as well. Although I really think that, Private Carbons, the meme generator, you should have submitted that to the meme channel. That would have probably come close. So yeah, there were some honorable mentions. We have Ryan with driving down energy efficiencies, and clearly has lost a bit of energy himself. Then the beautiful GIF right there. Yes, it's GIF. With the back end and the front end, and yeah, I wish my laundry went like that. But the prize has to go to this one. So if I got the name right, I believe this belongs to Hashim Ali. So come on up, Hashim. Come on up. And we're gonna reveal what the prize is on this stage right now.
No way.
Yes. So yeah, don't worry. This is meant to be a camera box, but we're not going to give you a camera. We can't afford a camera for you. It's not more lanyard. You got enough, mate. All right. Do you want to hold this then?
Okay, yeah.
All right. So first and foremost, we need glasses. So we need glasses. I'm going to get some for myself.
I'll accept being blind for looking this cool.
There you go. Now I can actually see anything, but let's pretend I can see what the rest of this is. First, Dogecoin socks. I believe they are worth as much as your lanyards. Next up, we have a beautiful pillowcase of Danny DeVito. But if you ever have any dates over, you can just, if you rub it, then it becomes red, and you can hide Danny. But yeah, that is yours. Pillows not included. And then I think one of the most beautiful additions is this wonderful painting. Real ones recognized. I don't need to explain this. Yeah. So congrats, man. And we're going to go take a picture now over there.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been a great start. Okay. So now we're going on with the DocSoc prizes. Everyone is going to be awarded a Queen's Tower, and you're going to get an award per the person that is here, and for all the people that are not here but are part of the team, you're going to be able to collect the prize afterwards. Okay. So, best educational hack. Ooh. Quarter lecture. I'm just going to bring my phone.
What can I say? I'm just thinking. I want to do it out for now.
I'm just going to put it on my phone. And now we're going to have the other finalists on stage for the runner-up prizes. Every runner-up gets 30 quid Amazon vouchers. Are they not here? Okay. Waiting. Michelin duck. So for newcomers, the big winner is DevRush. Come on stage. And the runner-up, Stock Tweets. Okay. So, for entertainment hack, our winner is Magic Wand. And the runner-up, Build a Story. Okay. Last but not least, the best DevTools hack, our last category. The winner is Oh Hey. And the runner-up for this, Keeping London Moving. Okay, let's move on to sponsors prizes. So first of all, I'm inviting Citadel on stage for the best use of data.
Right, so the winner of our category, which is best use of data, is Private Carbons. Do I help out with prizes? Yeah, sure. All right, and the runner-up, which is Greedy.
Okay, the next one is the best entrepreneurial hack by Marshall Ways. I'm going to invite the CTO on stage.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for putting in all that effort this weekend. I just want to say first that it was really hard to come up with a winner. I mean, we were all sitting in a booth debating. I think friends were lost this weekend, and it was really hotly debated. It's not even just the two finalists that we were debating over. There's definitely some teams I want to shout out, and I will after. But first, I want to announce the winner. The winner of the Oculus Quest 2s. That team is StartNet. So please come on up. Thank you. All right, and that leaves our runner-up team. Please come up. It's Rhythm Royale. Thank you. And I just wanted to also thank the organizers. This was a really well-run event, and we absolutely loved it. We wanted to give a special shout-out to just a couple other teams that we saw that included Magic Wand, IamStuck.com, Turnhead, and DevRush. Really, really, really impressive. I'm sure we'll be reaching out to you and saying hello at some point. All right, thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Let's move over to the Market Making Challenge from Optiva. Please come on stage.
All right, what a good weekend. We had 25 teams participating, and yeah, a bunch of teams in that 30-minute competition on Sunday. Yeah, a bunch of really good algorithms. It was great to have so many people enjoying it and having a good time. The two top teams both made the most P&L by a bit of a margin. Having said that, to announce the winner is Optibook Team 9. So that's Viraj Shah, Austin Andrews, Robert Slavic, Cameron Stanislavski Doyle, and Rory Phipps. The algorithm not only made a bunch of money, but added liquidity to the market, drove bid-ask spreads narrower, and created a better environment for end investors. And yeah, the runner-ups were Team 8. So that's Nikita Lisitsyn, Rob Patel, Jack Q, and Kel Torres.
Okay, now last call sponsor for this year, Palantir with a real impact hack.
So thank you. We're presenting the prize this year for Real Impact Hack. This is the hack that uses real data to solve a real problem. This is the first time ever that we've opened Palantir Foundry for students to use across all categories. And though it wasn't a requirement for our category, but our winners also did use it. This is, Foundry is the platform that the NHS used to build 30 applications to run the national vaccine rollout program. And our prize is the Palantir To Go bag. We're on the move constantly to meet our customers where they are, and this bag contains some of the things that you can use to do that. Hand it over to Ali to announce the winner.
Thank you. Good to see you all again. Thank you, first of all, to the sponsors. This has been a wonderful event, and we've really enjoyed being here and seeing the amazing things that people have done. Just before we announce the winner, I did want to talk about some sort of honorable mentions. One was, I think, Team 8, who just came up here, who built a sort of prototype solution for combating knife crime. And the one thing that we really sort of liked about that, it's a very hard problem to solve, it's a very important problem to solve, but they ensured to have a sort of human verification on the output of a sort of AI, of an algorithm that would identify knife crimes. And we think it's really important that you sort of architect in the sort of the primacy of human judgment in these sort of matters that affect people's lives. So that was really nice to see. And also the Builder Story team, who are also in our category, we just love the problem that you tried to solve. You know, it's something that's really, really important, like sort of differences in social development. Childhood is so important to your sort of success in your future. And, you know, I really hope that you take that sort of compassion and that empathy with you out into your careers as you go forward. But without further ado, let's announce the winner. That is Ambulance Distribution. And thank you very much. I'm allowed to say, yeah. Well, whilst you come up on stage, just wanted to say why we love this. First of all, just like you guys are like a motley crew. We've got, I think, a sort of medical student, you know, computer scientist, and a bit of philosophy in here, and just, you know, bringing together a super team of different disciplines and different styles of thought. It's amazing the sort of results you can produce, and that's how we sort of construct our teams at Palantir, so I'd love to see that. But really, the sort of, the thing that really stood out was the orientation, like the focus on what is the problem. Like, it's such an important thing to solve. How do we solve it? Like, just focus on that. I'll come and do that? Yeah, okay. But yeah, love it. Okay, and then that leaves the runner-up as the Natural Disaster Information Center. And you guys went so hard on Foundry. You know, you only had 24 hours to sort of learn it and execute this, and you built like a brilliant ontology. The data integration was brilliant, and we really appreciated the effort you made in finding data on sort of like floods, on earthquakes, so it's a bit strange speaking to you as you walk by. But you know, you really put a lot of thought into getting the sort of data into there, and I think that, you know, you sort of explored houses, but we can see that there's potential there to take that into something like local governments, building houses in sort of more safer areas for humans, or being used in sort of governments coordinating natural disaster responses going forward. So I'd like to see that. Thank you. Okay, now it's time for our title sponsor for this year and their prize. That's going to be the Solution for the Hybrid World. I invite them on stage to give the prize and their mini challenge.
All right. Hey, everybody. So if you remember, we, the challenge was to come up with solutions in a hybrid world where people can't, necessarily get together in person. And the awards that we like to give out are these Cisco 730 wireless headsets and a visit to our Cisco UK headquarters where you'll be able to see in person a demonstration of the WebEx hologram product that we're putting together.
Now, before I announce the winners, we had a lot of deliberation behind closed doors as well between three particular entries. So I would like to make an honorable mention to OHE, particularly as coming from a software engineering background. Certainly very handy tool and super polished and quite usable and relevant. And I think it's pretty obvious. The other one was Quarter Lecture because I think very relevant tool, definitely applicable for Imperial, and I'm pretty sure you guys would actually make it a tool that is useful pretty much for all the students. And particularly was impressed by all the performance optimizations and other things that went in, so you can really see how snappy it was and behind all the things that was happening. However, after all the discussions, our winner is sign language translator for WebEx. Congratulations. Also, the winning team, please do come and talk to us. We'll be inviting you guys next week. No, actually this week, sorry.
Yeah, this week.
For
Hopefully the day
an
works for you.
exclusive visit, so that's all arranged. We just need to work out the logistics.
Mark your calendars, February 9th.
February 9th. And the runner-up is Quarter Lecture. Yes. Where's the runner-up team? Yes. So, and for the third time, we had the Leave the Mark competition, and there was a lot of entries, and I'm going to let Kevin...
Okay, sure. Yeah. You want to click and I'll...
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So, there was quite a lot of drawings. We'll just kind of flash up, maybe for 2 or 3, 4 seconds, let you kind of enjoy these drawings if you didn't get a chance to kind of come over to the WebEx board and look at them for yourselves. We really enjoyed. Some of them are incredibly detailed. Some of them are fun. Some of them are funny and silly. Go ahead. Another incredibly detailed one with the dragon there. Not quite. I haven't decoded the one on the top right. There's a lot going on in that drawing. Love the reference to Erlang. That's pretty funny. Next. Love the Mario hacking away on his Cisco WebEx Desk Pro there on the top left. The duck, of course, if you came to our booth and you got one of the rubber duckies, I think that is a reference to the duck. And
there was the big duck, you guys.
Oh, right.
winner is the artistic effort and anyway. Hi, Tom.
Yeah. Is that you?
All right. And I would also like to thank our team. So we had a fairly big team from Cisco helping with a lot of logistics to help out with the event, and also would definitely like to thank all the IC Hack organizers and stuff because pulling off an event like this it takes a lot of effort, and it's you guys keep amazing me every single time, and yeah, it's been pretty awesome. And lastly,
yeah, and we'd just like to close by saying, Cisco's a phenomenal company to work for. We're consistently rated #1, #2 in the world among Fortune 100 companies. Here in the UK, we came in second place in the large category of companies this last year. And, come check us out. We'd love to have you join us. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so sorry, I almost forgot. Alex, I've got your ID badge. Thanks for bringing our WebEx desk back to our booth. If you're here, come find me. There you are.
Okay, thank you so much. This wouldn't be a proper IC hack if we wouldn't have an ending video for this. So thank you so much, Chicken Media, for this. Some boring notices before I show you that. Please make sure that you return all of the hardware you got from our hardware hub. There's a lot of food and drinks, so please get it all before you leave home. Put the lid into bags, showing the code of conduct. Please respect the space. The lost and found at SCR Help Desk. You can come also to DocSoc, but we haven't found anything. Everything has been handed there and to the security office. So let's have a look at the video. Thank you so much for that. That's been an absolutely amazing video. So, on an ending note. So, whoop. One last time, big, big thank you to all of the sponsors that made this weekend possible. Round of applause. Thank you so much. Big, big thank you to Cisco, our title sponsor. We've been collaborating with them for years, and it's been absolutely great. And a big, big thank you to all of the other sponsors. Without them, nothing would be possible. It's been a pleasure to collaborate with them on these things. They make everything so much more fun, exciting. They bring technologies they have, brand new, open to the public, and you guys get to play with them for a weekend here. Another round of applause for all of our partners, please. There's so many people in the college that just want to kill us for the amount of demands we have for this event in the department. Thank you so much for ICRS for providing everything. Thank you so much, ICTV, for sorting this thing out. CGCU, the union, and Chicken Media, thank you so much for the video. Thank you so much for providing the financial tools to do this thing. There's been a lot of hours into this weekend. There's been a lot of volunteers. If you think you've been waiting long hours for food, there've been people serving food and then they eat. And they just come just for a weekend to help out here. So massive thank you for all of the volunteers and all of the organizers, the staff, the committee that were working on this since summer. I hope everybody had an amazing IC hack, and I hope to see you guys next year. Volunteers, please remain in the room.